Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, this is Smash My Foot. I was ecstatic when I woke up this morning and discovered that Bayonetta got a PC port. I'm a huge fan of Platinum Games' work, and you name it, I have Bayonetta 1 and 2 on my Wii U. I've got Wonderful 101 on Wii U. Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, ended up buying twice for both the PC version as well as the Xbox 360 version. And yeah, let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at what Bayonetta looks like on PC. Now this is the first time I booted up the game. What I'm going to do with this video is look at the different settings, show you what different options there are. Hopefully I can max out the settings. My rig is fairly beefy. Not the most beefy. My graphics card is only a GeForce GTX 780. So it might lag behind a little on a few settings, but nevertheless. Since this game is from the Xbox 360 era, just like Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance, I'm sure I can max this out. Alright, so we'll start with controller. Looks like you have normal vibration controls. Don't need to go over that. Keyboard, mouse, I'm not going to play the keyboard and mouse. Camera settings, good. Sound settings. I'm going to engage headphone mode. Oh, there is an actual difference here. Perfect. Display settings, brightness, etc. Graphics, this is what we want. Alright, so I have resolution, full screen, graphics quality. So it looks like if you set it to custom, you can get up to MSAA 16 anti-aliasing. Texture quality you can change between medium, high, and low. Perfect. Texture filtering. Looks like we can change between bilinear, trilinear, FX2, X4, X8, X16. Shadow quality, SSAO quality. I'm guessing this just goes like this. This just goes like this. High dynamic range. VSync. Oh, that's cool, and even shows how much video RAM that this game's using down at the bottom. Beautiful. I'm gonna stick it to high and see what happens. Go ahead and save these changes. Do I keep the settings? Yes. And just because I'm curious, it looks like this game is only showing that it can go up to 1080p. I'm not entirely sure if that's because I only have a 1080p monitor. So those of you in the audience that have a 4K monitor and get this game, let me know if it goes up to 4K. That'd be really cool. Alright, so it looks like we have play, options, leaderboards, extras. This looks like where you can see your Umbra Tears of Blood, PC version credits, and exit. Let's go ahead and play. Start a new game. This uses an autosave feature, perfect. Easy, very easy, and normal. Let's go ahead and start normal mode. Wow, I installed this on a solid-state drive, and it loads so much faster than the Xbox 360 version and the Wii U version. This is amazing. Awesome, we have that very memorable set piece from the beginning where you're fighting on the clock. It's funny because it's both your job to fight around the clock, but also you're fighting on the clock. Anyways. Seems like the game's still running pretty good. Trying to remember the controls since it's been a while. So let's see, Y is punches, B button's your kicks, X button is your gun, jump, double jump. Right trigger still dodge. Okay. Just gotta get back in the groove. This game is so cool. Awesome.
Fell into disagreement and stoked the flames of hatred against each other, resulting in an era.
Now, there might be a few of you guys out there that have never played Bayonetta, have never heard of it before.
and the luminous
This game has been out for a few years on the Xbox 360 and got a Wii U port with the release of Bayonetta 2 a few years ago. What makes this game really cool, as far as beat-em-ups go, is, if you notice, there's sometimes these giant limbs that come out during combos. Those are called Wicked Weaves. It's revealed a little later how Bayonetta has her powers and such. I don't necessarily want to spoil that for you, but that's something a little unique. I don't know any other games where you have giant fists and feet coming out of nowhere to demolish your enemies. If you notice, Bayonetta can also run on walls and ceilings, etc. It's explained later how she does that as well. For the most part, this section is simply to give you an intro to the story. Now, you're also probably wondering, how am I surviving if I keep getting hit and all this chaos? And the answer to that is simply, you're invincible during this opening part.
Their victory was short-lived. Fearing the
There we go, I got the
witches'
dodge off right
abilities,
there.
humans began to condemn the remaining Umbra. They launched the witch hunts, rounding up the battle-weary witches with little resistance, and subjugating those who wished to continue the struggle. Human faith in the miracles of their god.
And you think that giant boss-looking monster in the background is cool? Man, that's just the tip of the iceberg. You're gonna fight some stuff that's a lot bigger, a lot tougher than that.
All but one.
Alright, I'm gonna skip the cinematic. Let's get to the gameplay. I've seen this before. Here's the tutorial. Punches. And kicks. So one reason why this game is so very loved by those that have played it is, if you look over on the right, that's all the different kinds of combos you can pull off. It's an amazing system. And I have this on a solid-state drive, which means that the actual load times will be really short, but you actually get this kind of training room in almost every loading screen in the game. So if I get rusty with my combos, it's because I don't get the chance to actually practice. Anyways, let's get back to the game. This is where everything starts to count. Dodge. You'll be using this a lot in this game, so it's a good skill to learn. Dodge at the last possible instant to activate witch time. There we go. Witch time's great because it slows down your enemies and allows you to combo on them without them fighting back. A little early on that one. And I'm getting money! Ah, didn't interrupt my combo there. So I'm not getting the giant fists and feet and such right now. That's gonna come in a second. Bayonetta's not fighting with her normal guns here either. If you look really closely, they're just regular firearms. Ah. I'm getting so rusty. There we go. Okay. Just getting used to things here. See, he wasn't even close to hitting me, but I still got the dodge in time, close enough to the enemy, so I got the witch time. Alright. Air combos. These are back. Awesome. We can just use our guns to shoot these guys, if we wanted to, instead of just punching them. So that's a cool feature here, since you're using guns as your melee weapon, if you hold down the punch or kick button, you'll actually fire your bullets at them. And you have infinite ammo, too! On the other hand, these bullets don't do much hit stun. They're not going to stop anyone from attacking you, and they're kind of weak, but they do help you with your keep your combo multiplier going. Activate bullet climax. Now we can aim. Perfect. Beautiful. So you can actually add this in here. So if you're in mid combo, you can actually punch guns. Like this. Get up, get up. Need to get the Wicked Weaves back. The giant arms and feet that do the punches. Yeah. Skip this. No one wants to see Enzo. Gonna run over here. That's the problem with skipping cinematics. I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Ah, there we go. That's one cool thing about Bayonetta is if you fall for a long enough distance, you actually do some damage when you land.
Haven't you figured it out yet? There's no quarter for you in this world.
Keep him up there. Let's bring him down. The other cool thing about Bayonetta that we'll get to a little later in the game is you can actually equip weapons on your hands and your feet. Although not all the weapons available are equipable on some of them. Because, for example, there's a sword you can't use on your feet, and there's some ice skates you can't use on your hands. But otherwise, like, for example, you have guns on your feet. You've got... We have some other weapons that will come like... Oh, we'll just... I'm trying to remember which weapons are in this one versus the sequel. Anyways. Oh! I got an Umber and Tears of Blood. Nice. So Umber and Tears of Blood, there's a few different uses for those that mostly pop up when you get an achievement.
You have any idea how much this... What a day!
Yeah, so for those of you that are wondering what's going on in the cinematics, you can see them on the Xbox 360 version. I'm mostly trying to focus on how the PC version is playing and such right now. Basically, here's the story. Bayonetta is a witch. She hunts angels. If she doesn't hunt angels, then she will get... bad things will happen, basically. She doesn't know her past. She's amnesiac. That's what I meant. So right now we're on a plane that's going to explode. We need to get some torture attacks in. Oh, I can't believe I got hit by that. So they're basically instant kill attacks for your weaker enemies that get you lots of currency. So the fastest way to get magic meter that I've noticed is you press punch, kick, punch, like this. We'll find out who this mysterious other witch in red is. As you can probably guess for the Megaton right there, the more you mash the button, the more halos you get from executing the torture attack. So these guys have entered my slowed time. Which means they're going to move at normal speed, even though the rest of the world is moving at slow speed now. See if we can crank the options back up to high and see if the frame rate stays pretty constant. Here. Nope. There we go. Options, graphics, high. Apply changes, yes. Let's get this up. So overall, my impressions are pretty good of this. The game's running quickly. It's running nicely. I'm a little rusty, so that's... If there's any disappointment, it's really in me being rusty at this game. I'll probably do a full Let's Play of Bayonetta here. Huh? Oh, I guess I must have not finished the prompt just in time. But anyways, yeah, my overall impressions are quite good for this game. I'll probably do a full Let's Play here in a little bit. But no, let me go ahead and get this uploaded to YouTube, and we'll call it good. Thank you for joining me on my first impressions video of the PC port of Bayonetta. If this is your first time, consider subscribing so that way you can see my future content. Also over here on the right, you can find my latest videos, in addition to a playlist I'm doing where I play random Steam games as I roll them with the dice. Anyways, thank you for joining me, and like I said, hope to see you next time.